Yeah, I just don't think there's anything more to get out of here. I'm going to take him somewhere else in my house and give him a test out of my shop and see what happens. Okay, took this guy out just out of my garage and tried him out, and it picks up all three of the stations that I tend to use as examples for radios like this. It picks all three of them up and a couple more, in fact, so it actually is working quite well. There's a fair bit of noise, buzzy interference type noise along with these stations, and I think this radio can't really deal well with that because it has almost no front end to it. So, okay, now it's back into the cabinet. That's where we're heading, and what are the issues there? So we got to figure out the switch. It's probably quite simple, but man, they put enough levers on it here. Something. It should be obvious when we look at the cabinet. Now we got to decide about this cloth in here. It's quite a detraction, and it does look like it's just covered with, I'm going to guess, repeated spraying of pledge on this thing. So if I were to change it, I need I'm gonna get black or some other color in there. Don't have a lot of materials to choose from here. I just got a few. Let's see what we got. I have this lovely gold material. Phew, I didn't know I had that much of it. But the thing about it has a pattern. I guess if I put it crosswise, the pattern wouldn't be so disturbing. Gold, I got a lot of this. That'll work. And I've got this. Tons of this too. Yeah. This is a much darker material, which maybe this is more appropriate. It matches what's in there much better. For the brownish part or the darkish part. That's not bad. And the other material is just more of the other material. Thought I had a few more choices. I didn't know I had this much. And I have some real grill cloth, but it would be a waste in here. I think this cloth. And I think we would just peel this off. More. I wish I hadn't done that. Nope, comes right off. Oh my gosh, this stuff, So what I thought was this is actually, what is it? How did they do that? This one piece of wood. So what they've done here is, the slot goes up here, the slot on the back goes up here. How did they make this? This is one piece of wood, eh? So they must have routed out, and then routed out the opposite over here. I don't know. Okay, so that means changing this doesn't change the look of this at all. Now this has been filtering the dirt. That's maybe the main purpose of this, is just to block dirt from getting through here, and plus you can still see through it when you hold it on the right angle. Why did they do that? Why not just have it open at the back and have a nice piece of cloth? They're not around to ask, and so I can't really fix. I'd have to get in there and kind of clean all this. I'm surprised. I didn't expect that at all. Okay, and you know what? It's past lunchtime here, 12:30. Trying to stop. Oh my gosh, I thought this would be like just a few minutes. No. Okay, so just like magic, it's the next day. Yeah, 24 hours has gone by. So what I've done with this is I've washed this as best I can. It still looks a little crappy in there. Glued back the paper that was on there, or the cloth that was on there. Just cleaned it up and reversed it and glued it back, so that's ready to go. Now, how about this cabinet here? So I'm not going to do any cabinet work, except, wow, look at that. I see 2 loose screws and 2 missing screws here. Let's tighten up the loose ones if we can. Maybe they're stripped. Stripped. They're both stripped. Okay. So what we'll do, take them out. I have a little trick for that. Wow, so there are screws going into this piece of wood on the back. There's 4 going down and 4 going in this way. This piece of wood is really screwed in place. Holy smokes. Lots of loose screws here. Stripped, I think. I need a better screwdriver. Let's try this one. It's made in Canada. It's full of Phillips type screws. These all feel bad. But there's so many of them, you know. Okay, now to apply the trick. I can take this out. It's not really doing anything anyway. Okay, now I'll get my super secret material. Oh, this is why. When the lid goes all the way open, it puts tremendous strain on all this. Which is why they have so many screws. This bottom one looks great. Nothing's loose, but the top one's all messed up. Okay, so every time I do this, every time it's opened all the way, it puts a lot of strain on. Let me get my magic material. Oh, I've got some right here. What's the magic material? Toilet paper. Fix this loose screw with some toilet paper here. Hopefully. Actually, just stand it up like this. Okay, never mind that. I'll have to fix that up later. Okay, there we go. Now, a little bit of toilet paper. Very little tiny bit. And then I need a good pointed thing here. Try putting a screw in right away. So this screw looks like the tip is broken on it. Huh. Or the different screws. It's not broken. This is just a very different screw from this one. Let's put the bigger one in here. So there's obviously a history to this. Of some sort. Got some small screws, but boy, I'd have to look long and hard to get exactly what's going to work here. I do this in, you know, when you're hanging pictures and things like that, and you're using a hole or something's happened and the hole's gotten too big, you just stuff a little bit of Kleenex, toilet paper, whatever you want in there. And wow, what are the chances I'm going to find a tiny little screw to go in there? Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to have to go screw hunting for a while. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Screw hunting. Okay, let's see what treasures I have found here. So these four are the same. This one's a little bit different. Now, my problem is all my screws are pretty long. These look pretty long too. Let's try one here. Well, we can't make it all the way through to the other side. It's not that long. Certainly a lot better. Okay, that's that. Now next, how do we put this radio in here? So the radio came to me already out of its cabinet. So I'm not the one who took it out. It certainly can't be too complicated. So we have a there's some brackets here. We have a resting surface here, but this with some pads. But this is for the top board. Oh, does the radio screw to the board, and then the board go in? No, the board is just sitting there. It's got to be these metal brackets here. Kind of a strange material on here. I wonder what all this is about. Well, it would look like it's just supported by two screws in the front. Let's see what's in the bag of parts here. Two screws. Two short screws. Okay, that's got to be it. Now I also noticed the speaker is adjustable on the radio chassis. So there must be an ideal way to put this in. And number 3, whoops, how's the power cord get treated here? Did I do something dumb? How does the power cord get out of here? So the whole thing's covered. Hey, what's the trick here? There's no holes. Hey, how does this work? It could have been coming through here. This is disrupted a bit. Well, my power cord has a plug on one end and a radio on the other. How does it get through there? Comes out of the top of the chassis. It's been laying back. It doesn't help much. Is there a cord cut? No. You know, for the cord to lay across like that. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? What have they done here? What have I done here? How's this in? Yeah, if the challenge doesn't come one way, it comes another way. It looks like I can lift that board up and out. That's what it looks like. I really don't want to. Well, I guess you know what? It's not so bad now. Leave it like that. Wow. Doesn't feel like it wants to come out at all. Just because it doesn't want to doesn't mean it won't. Haha! There we are, and there's a slot. Put the cord through. So put the cord in this way. Get this right. Yeah, so if there's a way to do it wrong, I'm usually pretty good at finding it. So cord through there. Let's move this out of the way. Too many things in the hand here, Jim. Put the bottom on when we're all done. Maybe the bottom gives me access to. These are threaded. So it's got 2 washers, 2 lock nuts, and okay, let's try fitting it in here. Still have the antenna wire to change out too. I can't go too far here. Let's just size this up. Trying my best not to put my finger through the speaker. Oh, almost did it there. So this must be sitting like this. Screwed there. It must be sitting on the power cord here. It's not. Okay. There. It sits flush. Pretty flush. Am I hearing things? Did I just hear a sound coming out of that speaker? Yeah, listen. Shh. The last ones were so faint, I'm sure you couldn't hear them, but you probably missed the first ones. The second ones went pip, 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 pip. But then the last ones are just really, really quiet. What the heck is going on? I don't know. Who knows? So this feels like the chassis is kind of spring loaded here when you tighten it down. Is that because it's not setting right here? Uh-oh, how can you look at it? No. Bit of a groove it kind of fits in down there. That's it. Okay, now what about the lid attachment? Lid switch. So there's probably, yeah, there's some screw holes here that mark where it goes. That probably holds the lid from falling too far. That's right, it would. Okay, so if that were in there. How does that? Oh, it's kind of a weird lever, so it's supposed to be pushing it in as you close it. Then this board is on top. The lever's got to be coming through the side slot here. How does that force the switch? Doesn't look like it can work at all. How far do you have to open the lid? you would want to open it pretty vertical, I would think. Go any higher and this little bar is bumping into the speaker. Well, maybe the switch is operating and I just don't see it. Radio's sitting like this. This is up like this. Yeah, something's gone wrong here, I think. It's just sticking out this way. Maybe not. Hear what it sounds like? That's what it should sound like when it's in the cabinet. How can this not be right? I mean, really. I got the wire in the wrong. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can feel it now. Now I can feel it. Everything's fine. Not a problem. So we got to do something about this antenna. Out again. That's a nice flexible piece of wire. Pleasant to roll up and do anything you want with it, but okay, what kind of wire to put in there? Something nice and flexible. I'm gonna go pick something. Okay, I think I got a nice piece of wire here. Let's go this way. Feed it through the little conduit they've arranged. good like that. Get that as good as I want. Let's try that again. That's better. Too stingy. I'm quite stingy with everything. Stingy with the solder. Okay, we have the antenna, we have the power cord. What about the light? Now the light seemed to be okay. Let's just clean it a little bit. For maximum brilliance. Yeah, not very brilliant. Okay. The speaker position, I can see from marks on the chassis where the speaker was. It was further back. I'm going to leave it where it is. I'm going to tighten it because I don't think I really tightened these very good. This gigantic screwdriver. This would give you some allowance to tip the speaker a little bit this way too to really flush it up right. But it seems to me it's pretty tough to achieve all that. Okay, antenna in. Okay, maybe you're going in for the last time here. I like to talk to the radios a little bit while I'm working on them. But just like you, they never answer. Oh, wait a minute. You can't put the back in with the radio in. With the radio. What did I say? Something just like the last time the radio goes in there. There, let's do that. That's better. Out you come. Now the bottom. Did I say back, bottom, rear? So one. This goes this way. Let's see, so the back of the radio is, well, it's kind of anywhere. We would want the cords coming out towards the back, so I think this way. If I remember right, this was upside down in the radio. It's not now. If I put it in, I turned it around. It's got these pieces here. I probably should get them in the right spot. Well, it looks like the wires come out the front here a little bit. One out here. This one out here. Down you go. Okay, it's going to kind of slip into a groove. slot, I guess is the right word for that. That's it. Put the radio in. Just set it up like this. Pull the cords. Okay, set the radio down. Sure this is up here. What's going on? Ouch. This cord idea has failed. What's going on here? This has to be the way it works. There we go. It's set down now. Good. As for the speaker position, I don't think there's much I can do about that. Okay, so we should put these two screws in now. We got a screw. We got a washer. Another washer. There we are. Locking washer. There. Have to go washer first. Locking screw, or locking washer rather. If I'm getting something wrong, I can always take it apart. Next one. Okay, light is good. Position wise. Lid. So we need a couple of small screws. Here they are. Like green, they actually look like yellow Roberts. Green Roberts. Yep. Drop the screw. Trying my best not to over tighten these. You hear the switch. Put on the decorative top here. It's a bristle. screws. Four long screws. Wow, so the little dial really looks nice in the window here. It just fits in there beautifully. The angles are just perfect. Okay, now I think we're ready to try this guy out. Shut him off. So the first thing we want to know is this thing on when the lid is closed? It shouldn't be, but is it? The way we can tell is by looking at the voltage that comes up on here. I'll turn on the dim lights. They'll cause a voltage drop on the dim bulbs back here. And the voltage drop will be apparent here. So if this says full voltage, 123 volts, the radio's not on. That's the secret. The secret of my madness. No light action. 122 volts, so it's not on, and when it comes on you'll see this voltage drop as soon as it comes on. That was it. Wasn't quite as exciting as I was expecting, and we can see this is now lit. How can we see that in the light? Let's see it. I do that. Now you can tell it's lit. It's actually quite nice. It's quite nice with eyeballs. Not so nice with the camera. How about some sound? How about a little bit of sound? Okay, man. Tune something in. And we'll stretch out the super antenna here. Now, the experience has shown this guy just won't receive anything with just that antenna down here. Let's see. Here we come. 680's coming. Nope. 640. Nope. 590. Come on, just a whimper. It's just... I think there's a whimper there. Okay, bring on the helper. Helper antenna. Gonna do that. Somebody somewhere. As I may, I'm not finding anything. Okay, so plan number 6. Alternate plan 6. Alternate plan 6. What is alternate plan 6? Come up with it. Okay, we're going to try something really crazy here. I'm going to use this occasionally helpful little guy here. I'm going to hook up that outdoor antenna to this. And what I'm hoping will happen is I'll be able to resonate this larger coil at the frequency we're tuned into. And it's going to pick it up somehow, even from this distance. Hey, over here. Over here. That's a nothing. That's crap. Let me just check, make sure this is actually switched on. I have to run. Yeah, my antenna's on. So once again, I think what I'm going to have to do is take this radio to another place to get a good feel for its operation, because here in my shop it's just not kind of conducive. Careful, I'm going to drop more on the floor there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it out of here and give it a quick test somewhere else in my house. Okay, so quick test. Great, picking up 5 stations, 3 of them quite clearly, quite strong. It's actually working really well. In my shop here, wow, this is just a disaster for these poor radios, trying to make them work in here. So that's great. Sorry, I can't really demonstrate it in its final condition in here, but trust me when I say it works. Great, thanks so much for watching, and I'm going to pick another radio and get busy on it here.